The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I lie down in the green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth my soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I RASTA go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepared a table before I in the presence of our enemy them. Unu anointed I head to the oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I will follow I all the days of I venny. I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah kadama we groma bea te la e higzag beer tanaistalina bashante shante shante shante. Kadamawe, Gromabe, Atela. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonomo, and here we speak truth to power. Friday edition of this show, cutting across the whole of the continent of Africa and going beyond the shores of this land. My brother, my sister, we are live on Facebook, also live on YouTube. Pick up our numbers and do business with us. Most especially, please share the broadcast so many more people will be able to see what we are about today. Here we speak truth to power. We normally would not criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Come here, my youth. Now, without much ado, my brother, my sister, this is the show everybody has been waiting for. It's called the Blakk Pot. And here we are more than just excited to be with you. Here we talk about our motherland. And of course, we talk about the whole continent of Africa. And then we get beyond. Here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we'd only just criticize to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. This is the voice of the people, and the voice of the people is the voice of God. My brother, my sister, today we have 5 very important issues to look at, and I need you to come along as we look at these wonderful issues. Number 1, my youth, watch this. Tsatsu Tsikata sues presidential candidate. How many of us know Tsatsu Tsikata? Tsatsu Tsikata is a member of the NDC, the party in opposition. In fact, he is a man everyone knows in Ghana, if you are a man who is interested in Ghanaian politics. He's an astute lawyer, in fact, a lecturer, and at the same time, an associate professor. He's a very wonderful figure. Many people see him as a mentor. And he is so brilliant when it comes to the law. A lot of lawyers in Ghana pass through his hands at the School of Law and the University of Ghana and beyond. They respect him and honor him, especially when lawyers meet each other and say, my learned friend or my learned colleague. They don't call him their learned colleague. They call him their learned teacher. My brother, my sister. That is the professor. Oh my God. Tsatsu Tsikata. He has enshrined his name in the history of this country's politics and also academia. In fact, he was jailed in the days of President Kufuor for fraud and some other side things. And when Kufuor was about to pardon him, he got wind of the fact that he was about to be pardoned. Before Kufuor would even take a move, he had already made that wonderful move. Kufuor pardoned him, but he told him, listen, I didn't do anything wrong, and therefore the word pardon is not something I'm going to accept. He refused to accept any pardon, remained behind bars, went back to court, made sure that he won his case on appeal, and left the jailhouse as somebody who was not a convict. So right now, the word ex-convict is not part of his dictionary. My brother, my sister, this is Tsatsu Tsikata. He has a son who is also a rap artist. He's called Manifest. M. Dot. My brother, my sister, this is the man we are talking about. I met him on a flight from London to Ghana a couple of years back, and he told me, Blakk Rasta, when we arrive, please come home and pay me a visit. I've heard so much about you, and I think that I will need us to sit down and have a conversation. I must admit that I've never been able to make it to this honorable man's house. But much as he looks so calm, he also has his very wild side. And it looks like his wild side is here. He looks like he's a man who is not ready to have anybody trample his reputation. Oh my God. He's one of the lawyers, in fact, the lead lawyer for the NDC, the National Democratic Congress, the biggest party in opposition in Ghana right now. He is angry. He is suing somebody. He has taken somebody to court so that his name would be cleared. Who is this person who is in court? He's called Akpaloo. Tsatsu Tsikata sues Kofi Akpaloo for defamation. Run the story. Whoa! Now, prominent Ghanaian lawyer Tsatsu Tsikata has filed a lawsuit against the presidential candidate of the Liberal Party of Ghana, LPG, Kofi Akpaloo, for alleging that Mr. Tsatsu Tsikata supports former President John Dramani Mahama to regain access to state contracts he supposedly benefited from during Mahama's first tenure. Now, the defamation suit filed by Mr. Tsikata's legal team, led by Tony Lita of Lita Brew and Company, seeks damages for what it described as egregious falsehoods that harm Mr. Tsikata's heart-earned reputation. Mr. Akpaloo made the controversial remarks during a televised interview on GH1 TV, owned by Dr. Kwabena Dufour's Excellence in Broadcasting EIB network, which has also been named as a co-defendant. Oh my God. Now, in November 19, 2024 interview, yes, in the November 19, 2024 interview, Mr. Akpaloo alleged that Mr. Tsikata's endorsement of John Mahama, the 2024 flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, stemmed from personal benefits he received during the former president's administration. He claimed that Mr. Tsikata's support was motivated by getting contracts under Mahama and getting the best deals, insinuating self-interest rather than a genuine belief in Mr. Mahama's leadership. Mr. Tsikata, a former chief executive officer of the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, GNPC, and a law lecturer at the University of Ghana's Faculty of Law, categorically denied the allegations, describing them as baseless and damaging to his integrity. His legal writ asserts that the statements were false, defamatory, and aimed at tarnishing his reputation in the eyes of the public. And the lawsuit emphasizes that the comments paint Mr. Tsikata as a self-serving individual whose views are influenced by personal gain, undermining his credibility as a public figure. Mr. Tsikata is therefore requesting damages as compensation for the harm caused to his reputation due to the severity of Mr. Akpaloo's defamatory remarks. Now, the ex-GNPC boss also wants a mandatory retraction and apology from both defendants, published with similar prominence as the original statements. Additionally, he wants punitive costs awarded against Mr. Akpaloo to serve as a deterrent against such conduct in the future. He also wants injunctions to ensure the false statements were removed from all digital platforms associated with GH1 TV and EIB networks. Dash it away. So it's clear. Mr. Tsatsu Tsikata does not want anybody to toy with his hard-earned reputation. He is a man who has worked very hard in the political space in Ghana, in the academic space in Ghana, and of course, the cultural and traditional space of this country. He comes all the way from the Volta region of Ghana, where such values are top-notch. My brother, my sister, Mr. Tsatsu Tsikata is a brilliant chap. He excelled in school. Every time he was on top of his class, he earned a lot of scholarships based on sheer merit. My brother, my sister, academic excellence. Having come all this way, a man like this will not want anybody to sweep his reputation into the gutters. So he's striking back. Now listen. One, even though GH1 TV is owned by a party member, Dr. Dufour, he has added GH1 TV into the suit. Again, he is gone out to ask that GH1 must give prominence similar to the same prominence that brought out this ill information. Retract and apologize and remove all these pieces of information concerning the defamation from all the networks of GH1 TV. As if that is not enough, our colleague who is learned tells us that he wants punitive measures on Mr. Akpaloo. He wants Akpaloo to pay money. As to how much money, we do not know yet. But you can believe Tsatsu Tsikata to go for the jugular vein. My brother, I am so excited that this is happening. I'm not taking sides. I am not saying that Tsatsu Tsikata did it or he didn't do it. Come here. Let us elaborate. Now watch this. Now, I am glad that Tsatsu Tsikata did not take the law into his own hands. As a lawyer, he knows better. He's run to the courts. He says it's false. He says his reputation is at stake. And Dr. Akpaloo of the LPG now would have to come out and say, listen, I beg to differ. What I said is nothing but the truth. Tsatsu Tsikata is a self-serving individual. Under Mahama, these are the contracts that he had. He got this, he got that, and he got that. For that matter, I am sure of what I said, and I'm not retracting anything, so that it will go into the court records after everything has been looked at. Or the other way around, Akpaloo is not able to prove his point, and therefore would have to apologize and punitive measures slapped on him. It makes our democracy ticken, and it makes our democracy hot. My brother, my sister, congratulations to Tsatsu Tsikata, and we are waiting to hear what Dr. Akpaloo would say. You don't go out and make such utterances when you know you don't have the facts. For that matter, we can't trust you. I am waiting to see what will come out of this. Thank you so much for taking it to the courthouse and not saying that, oh, this man has no credibility, forget about him, as many people will say. Hide under that and steal from the good people of this country. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodomo, where we speak truth to power. All these years, I've never seen Tsatsu Tsikata take an individual like this to court. It means that his reputation has actually been bruised. And this might be a very good reminder to former President John Dramani Mahama, who all the statistics, credible as they are saying will be the next president of the Republic of Ghana. And spiritually, all the major prophets of the country are saying that he will be the next president of the nation. If this is anything to go by, it is time for you to sit back and look at those whose interest it is to push you into power, for them to be able to get contracts. In other words, selfishly supporting you so that they will be able to get whatever they want when you get into power. At the end of the day, you have history to write, a legacy to protect and to make. A word to the wise is enough. Save Ghana. Be patriotic. At the end of the day, you want your effigies and statues all over and busts all over the world. So people will say this was the president who made all the difference. We have a lot of presidents who are thieves. We don't make statues of them and we don't honor them. We only vilify them. It depends on you where you want to go. The vilification or the praise. The statues and the effigies and busts, or the curses and the insults. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodomo. And here we speak truth to power. Next story, my lord. Now the next story says 24-hour economy, not by force. The word there is not, N-O-T, not by force. Corrected. All right? 24-hour economy is not by force. My brother, the NDC's trump card for this election is the 24-hour economy. And what do they mean by the 24-hour economy? In Ghana, a lot of things are going to be working around the clock, 24 hours. Factories are going to be producing 24 hours. A lot of outfits are going to be working 24 hours. So you don't have to go knocking and they tell you, oh, we have closed, come back tomorrow. A lot of outfits are going to be working 24 hours, like we have in England, in America. I just returned from America, from Jamaica, and a lot of the economy there is a 24-hour service. Anytime you walk into any hospital, there's somebody there ready to serve you. Mahama is saying that it will not only be with the hospitals, it will be with a major part of the economy working 24 hours so that nobody goes and says, I have to wait till tomorrow at 8:30 before people come. That is all Mahama is saying the 24-hour economy is all about. But of course, in America and in England, there are some outfits that do not work 24 hours. You go and they have closed. In fact, in Connecticut, Hartford, where I lived when I was in America, the train station there even closed. The Hartford train station, it closed at a point, my brother. So it means the 24-hour economy does not mean that every Tom, Dick, and Harry must work 24 hours. It's idiots who have no common sense who say that a man must work 24 hours a day. That man is going to die. Every person needs rest. Every outfit needs rest. There's a way you can rest these outfits and be able to produce 24-hour results. Mahama is trying to explain this. Run it, my youth. Watch this. What does it say? 24-hour policy is voluntary, not by force. And this is Mahama talking. The National Democratic Congress presidential candidate John Dramani Mahama has outlined the plans for his future government to implement the flagship 24-hour economy policy for businesses. In an interview with GBC Sunrise FM in Koforidua, Mahama clarified that a 24-hour economy will be implemented on a voluntary basis for businesses in the country rather than as a mandatory policy. According to him, a 24-hour economy secretariat will be established, allowing interested businesses and entrepreneurs to easily visit and register their details for the policy to be enrolled. He added that such businesses will receive government support to help them expand and create employment opportunities for unemployed youth. And a 24-hour economy is voluntary and not something which will be forced. When we come, we will bring a policy for everyone to read and assess how their business qualifies or becomes fit to be rolled onto the 24-hour economy policy. We would have a 24-hour economy secretariat, and so anybody who is interested will be handed a form to fill out, where we will come to your workplace to assess whether your business can be rolled into the policy or not. Whatever support the government needs to give will be given so you can employ more workers, he outlined. Wow. Now, the 24-hour economy policy is one of the key initiatives promoted by the NDC, which, if implemented, will provide an avenue for job creation in the country. Dash it away. So it's explained. Mahama is thinking work. Mahama is thinking employment. The same way we have the double track system, which can now accommodate more students even though it's not well implemented. They are just looking at quantity and not quality. Mahama says, when we work half day, less than half day, and close all our manufacturing power, it looks like we are not making full use of our potentials. Can we now work 24 hours? Even with the 24 hours, it will be rolled out exactly which one qualifies and which one doesn't qualify. At the same time, they would have to look at the resources involved. A 24-hour economy demands that transportation would be swift. Security would be tight. Electricity would have to be abundant and available. At the same time, in fact, the human resources must also be available. Are there people who are willing to work? Today, when you go to America, hardly would you meet a man come to you and tell you that he wants money. Or give me money, I'm hungry. No, they will see you as a lazy person. Because the economy is ready to employ everybody. It's hard for you to say you are unemployed in America. If you truly want a job would be available for you. That is what Mahama is trying to look at. If in this economy we are able to employ 20 people, a 24-hour economy, all other things remaining equal, ceteris paribus should be able to employ 2 times that, 40 people. It makes sense, doesn't it? My brother, my sister, the 24-hour economy is here. And it looks like it is something that a lot of Ghanaians are looking up to. We want to take control of our country. We want to be able to put all human resources on the deck. Anybody who wants to be employed must be employed. We have a lot of pseudo-employment in Ghana. You know what pseudo-employment is? It's an employment that is not an employment. You see a well-abled man. He's gone to the university and is out. And he opens a small shop in front of his house there. He is selling Tampico and selling toffee. That is pseudo-employment. It's not an employment, underemployment. Your capacity is not fully tapped into. My brother, my sister, I am looking forward to the 24-hour economy. And my prayer is that the implementation should be tight and good. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kokoshonomo. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we will be doing more. Remember to send in your messages, like this on Facebook and also on YouTube, and share the broadcast so many more people can get to see that. Hey! Hey! Wayo! It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kokoshonomo, and here we speak truth to power. My name, Blakk RASTA. Next story, my youth. Watch this. And what do we have? Free SHS, here to stay. And this is a man called OPARE talking. Who is OPARE? Do you know him? I only know he's a member of the NDC. I probably have met him once or twice. But he's not somebody I would say I truly know. His name is OPARE, and he says the free SHS is here to stay. What does he mean by that? What does he mean by that? Run the story. Watch this. No government can cancel free SHS. And this is OPARE talking. Run it, my youth. Now, the National Youth Organizer of the Opposition NDC, George OPARE, says no government can cancel the free senior high school policy until the 1992 Constitution of Ghana is suspended. So he is the National Youth Organizer. Wow. Now, OPARE refuted the ruling New Patriotic Party's claim that the NDC intends to scrap the policy voted into power. He argued that the free SHS program is a constitutional mandate that requires governments to implement progressively. All right? Flip the page. John Mahama knew that we are going to implement progressively free SHS because of our constitution. Because our constitution is very clear. And yet they come out to tell you when you go for the NDC, they will cancel free SHS. How is that possible? When the constitution has made it so. Until we suspend the constitution, no government can cancel free SHS. It is written in black and white. And once it has started, nobody can cancel it. Dash it away. My brother, even if the constitution is changed, nobody can still cancel the free SHS. Ghanaians have become Jews to this. Kwame Nkrumah implemented it in his days. Every nation is moving forward. It's like you work with a reputable company. They pay you 20 Ghana cedis a day. Then after some time, they tell you, oh, you know what? We want to pay you 10 cedis now. In fact, if a company decides to go that line, it means that some catastrophe has hit it. And many people would have to come to the understanding that, oh, this is the problem we have. That is why we have to do this. And people would either stay or leave voluntarily. No coercion. My brother, my sister, let us make this one clearer. The free SHS is a very powerful tool which has been politicized. I applaud Nana Akufo-Addo for having the guts to implement it at a time many Ghanaians said it was not possible. He went headlong and said he would do it, and he did it. Albeit, abysmally, expired food is allegedly served to the children. The children go to school for 6 weeks, sometimes 8 weeks. My brother, my sister, and then they go home and sit at home for 4 months before they get back to school because of the so-called double track system. My brother, my sister, when they go to write their examinations, they don't fail. Nobody ever fails with this system. They make sure that everybody passes. How do they make sure? Whether you fail or you pass is a hook, line and sinker promotion. Because they don't want anybody to stay back to put pressure on the system. They would have to feed you, use national resources on you. So they better push you ahead so you will leave and they keep their resources. So it's all about economizing whatever they have, not about putting common sense in your head in terms of education. How many people understand? Now, the free SHS, as it stands right now, is not about education. It's about politics. And 2, it's about rare resources to fund the SHS. They have no time for anybody who cannot run. If you are slow, they will push you on, or they will carry you in a bus to join your friends at the end. I'm speaking in parables. No student is ever weak at the SHS level. Everybody passes. Now, the interesting thing is that whether you write an examination or not, you will still pass. It's all about presenting your face and telling them that, oh, okay, I am a student. That's it. Whatever you do in the school doesn't matter anymore. You never fail. They carry you to the next class and to the next class, and then you go out. Where you may have to prove that you studied something and you were able to get something in your head is when you want to move on with the education to the next place. That's the university or some other tertiary institution. But my brother, if the foundation is weak, certainly upgrading your education will certainly suffer. How many people understand? We need to get the basics right. We need to set the priorities right. At the basic level, we need to grasp everybody and make sure that everybody understands every little thing. That's why we call it the basic level. If the foundation is weak, the building will collapse. It doesn't matter how many stories you build, it will collapse. Crumble like a house of cards. That is why we have to take this level so seriously, my brother. But no, we have children who are at the SHS level. My brother, the food they feed them with, I think it is only better than what prisoners eat in Ghana. In Ghana, our prison system is punitive and never reformative. No, they are there to punish you. They give you food that is meant for pigs. In the school system, the so-called free SHS has mandated them to behave like people with no common sense. You see, it made in Ghana rice, yet it is so expensive what you want us to eat. They themselves cannot afford it for the free SHS. So they go to India and buy cheap rice that is almost expiring, allegedly, and come and feed to our children. It's a shame. In fact, it's a scar on the mind of this government. Free SHS is very important. No government can stop it in Ghana. There will be a coup d'etat if that thing is stopped. It is the birthright of the people. They need it. They have waited all this while to see free SHS happen. That is why I shake the hands off Nana Akufo-Addo, at least for the free SHS. You know what? The account people have a saying. They say, "Konfubonia wat na yare for, ama o konfopa, abano." Yeah, you know, man. No matter how bad the herbalist is, that took care of the patient and kept him alive for the true herbalist to come and meet him and treat him. We never, ever say bad things about that herbalist. We don't betray that herbalist. Yes, he didn't do it properly, but at least he started something that can be built on. It's the Black Pot, aka Kokoshonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Next story, my youth. All right, watch me now. We have a lot of messages coming in, and I think I would like to look at some of the messages when we return. All right, before we look at the stories that are coming up next. All right. Hey, hey, Wayo.
Black Coco Show.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kokoshonemo, where we speak truth to power. Come here, my youth. This is the Black Pot, aka Kokoshonemo. And let's look at some of the messages that are coming in and see exactly where your direction of thinking is going. All right? Kofi Azuma. And he says, greetings, my brother, Black Rasta, this blessed Friday. Love. Greetings to all my brothers and sisters here with much love. So make sure you all watching this live stream right now, click on the live button, subscribe, and donate to this channel. Love and respect. Call your friends and family members to come and watch and listen to the truth here with Black Rasta. Kofi Azuma says, happy and blessed birthday to President John Mahama this Friday. Happy birthday, Mr. President. I saw it today on social media that he's celebrating his birthday today. What a birthday. A few days to election. And if all things go right, he will be the next president of this country. We are still going to pile on the fire and make sure that things happen right in our country. We will never compromise. He says, share this live stream on all your social media platforms right now. And Emmanuel Patando says, you are like a type of person who is very outspoken and straightforward, and people like your type and Kevin Taylor are not easy to come by because you do not harbor things in you. Ah, well, I take it as a compliment. Well, me and Kevin Taylor were born on the same day, 2nd September, you know, same birthday. Maybe that's why we have the same DNA like that. All right? All right, so let's look at more messages coming in. Kojo Wanfu says, greetings and love, me brother Kofi Azuma. And one boy says, welcome back, my lord. Kofi Azuma says, call all your friends and family and ask them to watch this broadcast and listen to the truth right here with Blakk Rasta. To my darling, says Tsatsu Tsikata. I like his name, but I don't know the meaning. Blakk. So can't Tsatsu sue some of our leaders who have been misusing our resources while in government offices to refund that? Well, he can do that. Why not? He's a citizen of the Republic, and any citizen can sue anybody, even you. This question that you are asking, we need to encourage our lawyers to get into that mode. When we see bad leaders being sued every now and then we know that they will now be kept on their toes when they are dealing with the nation. But it's a free fall for all the thieves when they join politics. They steal and nothing happens. You go to America, the streets are so nice. My little daughter, we arrived in America and she was asking me if we're going to see pure water sellers on the street. I laughed. I was shocked that a little girl like that, about 5 years old, in fact, observed so much. And in America, we didn't see pure water sellers. But somebody told me that in some parts of America, there were hawkers, there were people on the streets. I never got to see that though. But my brother, even in Jamaica, I didn't see pure water sellers. Why do I use the word even? Because Jamaica is at par with Ghana in terms of the economy and things like that. It's organized. Yes, there's crime. But my brother, on the streets of Jamaica, I didn't see people carrying pure water, ice, pure water. No, I didn't see them. Even at the bus stations, I didn't see people hawking dogs and dog chains, hawking yam, oranges and all that. They have tables, advantage places where you can go and get that, or better still in the shops. Until we are able to deal with some of these things devoid of all politics, our traffic system in this country will continue to be unpredictable. All the beggars are on the streets because we are all lazy to plan our lives properly, to get down and walk into a shop and buy water and keep it in the car. No, we want to buy it from off the street, oranges from off the street, dogs from off the street, cats and parrots from off the street. Whilst we are driving, we want to talk to somebody we have not met for 20 years. We park in traffic and we are talking. Hey, no, hey, Joe, hey, Charlie, Achapao. When people are at the back there waiting to reach their work, we want to finish everything on the streets of Ghana. Common sense is not here. Common sense is not here. Common sense is not here. It's sad, my brother. Common sense is totally missing. Common sense has flown out. And when I look at it, it pains me so very much. You know why? Our population keeps increasing. And if we are not able to control this, we are going to be in trouble. Today in Accra, you are supposed to go for a certain meeting. You don't even know what time to leave your house. You don't want to leave too early and come back and struggle, right? You go and sit down there, the meeting hasn't started. Everybody blames it on the traffic. Oh, traffic, I'm 2 hours late. Oh, traffic, 4 hours late. Some people just want to show their faces at the meeting for people to know that at least they came. They are not there for the purpose of the meeting, all because of traffic. We need to work it out. Let's see some more messages and we are out. All right. Edvand Rosie Texan says fire. ADDO K. Mawuli says more love Blakk Rasta. Zion Genesis says speak up. Alasan K. Jibril says big up Blakk Rasta. All right. Okay. Now let's look at the next story. All right. After this, we have one more story and we are done. Mahama, a retired general recalled to war. Hey, what a title. Mahama is over 60. By Ghanaian law, if he was a civil servant, he should be retired. Now, if we are bringing him back into service, it means that he is a retiree who has been brought back into action because there's the need. Mahama considers himself as a war general, a retired war general who has been called back because the country is at war. Hallelujah. Yay. Yay. What a thing. Did you see that? When a country is at war, retired generals are called back. Mahama on his comeback. My God. Now, the presidential candidate of the National Democratic Congress, the NDC, John Dramani Mahama, has stated that he is the right person to lead the country in the current dispensation. Speaking in an interview with Global South World, which was aired on YouTube on Friday, November 29, 2024, Mahama, a former president of Ghana, said that the current difficulties the country finds itself in requires an experienced hand like his to fix it. We have hit a dead end. Our economy is in crisis and everything else has a linkage to the economy. Inflation is up. We have a depreciating currency and our whole macroeconomic framework is unbalanced, Mahama said. Flip the page, all right? The former president added that he is coming out of retirement to lead the country because he knows he has the skills set to get the country out of the current crisis it finds itself in. He likened his re-election bid to the recall of retired generals to fight a war a country needs to win for its survival. And in his own words, he said, when a country is at war and winning that war is critical in times of crisis, retired generals are called back to come and fight. And so this is the time for retired generals. I would have loved to stay in retirement, but in Ghana, I am arguably the most experienced person when it comes to all levels of politics. He bragged. Dash it away. It's the truth. He's been an assemblyman before, an MP before, deputy minister before, minister before, vice president before, president before. He's gone through everything. Mahama has gone through every level of politics in this country. From when he was young, and he has more experience because his father worked with Kwame Nkrumah and they were so close like this. Read Mahama's book. I thank God he gave me a copy of his book personally and signed it for me when he was still president at the time, when I didn't even agree with him. He met me. I said, oh, Blakk, you need to get this book. He signed it and he gave it to me. I never read it until he got out of power because we're all fed up with him. But today, the rejected stone, the retired general, is being called upon to come and fight for this nation to win a war. And this is the battle of the economy. If Mahama today says that he's not going to run for the election anymore, there will be chaos in Ghana. There will be another Sagranti War. Sagranti War 2. Better still, the Battle of Dodowa 2. How many people agree? A lot of Ghanaians see him as the hope. As for Bawumia, he is a man who is just struggling because he's about to die aboa biya be wa opre. Any animal that is about to die takes its last jerks. And that is what Bawumia is doing right now. Desperately jerking to die. Electric vehicles, Ghanaians are not seeing. Inauguration of uncompleted projects, Ghanaians are not seeing. Economy in crisis, they are blaming you. Whatever you are doing, they are not seeing. Big jargons and big economic English, Ghanaians are fed up, they are tired. They are break, they are tiabre. So the retired war general has been recalled to the battlefield. We wish you all the best. We'll see you on the other side. God bless you. And remember what I always say. It's all about Ghana. It's not about me. It's not because of Blakk RASTA that I come and stand here and talk. I come and stand here and talk for Ghana, for Africa, for black people, for my people. It's the Black Pot, aka Kokushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. Final story, and we are done for the day. Ghana will be the winner. Oh my God. God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong, bold to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. Fill our hearts with true humility, make us cherish fearless honesty. Oh gosh. My brother, when people talk Ghana, Africa, I feel good. And who is saying that Ghana will be the winner? Bawumia is the most intelligent thing Bawumia has said in contemporary times. Today when I saw this, I applauded Bawumia and said, wow, what is Bawumia saying? Do you know Bawumia? This is Bawumia. He's a laughing jackal. He laughs unprovokedly. This is the man, the economic whiz kid who we mistook for Adam Smith, not knowing he was a blacksmith. That is him. Run the story, my yo. You think a joke? You think that you're wise. 2024 election. I am certain Ghana will win and peace will reign. Hallelujah. I love this. Run it, my youth. For some reason, I believe in my heart that Bawumia will not be interested in rigging an election. For some reason, something tells me that if Bawumia was called into a room and told that, Charlie, Mahama is winning the election, unless we do this kululu, Mahama would win. I don't think that Bawumia would say, Mahama, I know they trust him. He go come support the economy, all this hard work we will do. No, do the kululu. I believe for some reason, even though you cannot predict politicians, he would say that no, is the mandate of the people of Ghana. If we run these elections and Mahama is still winning, then it's most credible Ghanaians want a change. I would have done that. Would Bawumia do that? Do you think he would do that? Should I repeat the scenario? If Bawumia was called into an election room, electoral commission here, deputy here, Nanado here, and Bawumia, and told that, Charlie, the results have come. Mahama has won. But this is what we can do. Kululu, to overturn the results. But we need your permission. Do you think Bawumia would say, no. If Ghanaians have voted for Mahama, let Mahama go through. Or he would say, no, Mahama, this guy, this inefficient guy, no. Do the Klulu, let me win. Which one do you think Bawumia would? When it was the turn of Mahama to be told and be called into the electoral room and be told that ADDO was winning, Mahama told the people point blank, if we are running the elections and we are sure that there is nothing untoward, so be it. Give the victory to who victory goes to, or who is deserving of victory. We will wait and come again if posterity gives us the opportunity. And he went into opposition. Today, the same posterity is bringing him back, even though many prophets at the time said he would never be president again. If I can remember, there was only one prophet who said that Mahama had the chance to come again and that they should watch out for Mahama. And that was Prophet Salfo Amwako, Archbishop Salfo Amwako. Would Bawumia say that? I'm asking you. With all the electric vehicles, inauguration of uncompleted projects, running around the length and breadth of this country, talking and making mockery of himself. My brother, if Bawumia had the chance in the quiet electoral room and he was told that Mahama was winning and that there was still an opportunity for him to be declared the winner, the results could be overturned and nobody will realize it. Manipulated. Would Bawumia say, go ahead and do it because I want to be president by all means? Or he would say, no, if Ghanaians have truly voted for Mahama, let him be the next president. I will wait and see my chance. If that happens, Bawumia might stand a chance another time by the Spirit of the Most High. Somebody let Bawumia hear this. I am saying, if it comes to a point where Bawumia is called into the engine room, the cold room, and he's told Mahama has won the elections, but we still have the chance to overturn it without Ghanaians knowing in your favor. Your Excellency, what should we do? Should we do it? Bawumia, if you stand on your 2 feet and I'm sending you that prophecy and say, listen, Ghanaians have voted for Mahama. The integrity that I have, the conscience that I have will never allow me to overturn this and be a false president over the people. Declare Mahama winner. Before they even declare him, you go out and concede. Hey, I will even support you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I would have overlooked all these things that you have done for the sake of what you said, that Ghana will be the winner, that you have put Ghana on a bigger picture. Dash it away. It's the Black Pot, aka Kokoshonamo, where we speak truth to power. My name is Blakk RASTA. On that note, dash it away. Let's look at your final messages, and we are done for the day. Kofi Azuma says, Blakk RASTA is a nice outfit you are wearing here on this blessed Friday. All right? Thank you so much. You like it? My very good brethren, Royal Felini, sold this for me a few weeks back before I left for the United States and Jamaica. And he also gave me the shoe that I'm wearing. And I need a long shot. Give me a long shot so I'll show them the shoe that I'm wearing. Yeah, long shot. Okay. All right. Raise your leg. Can they see it? Can they see the shoe? Can they see? Can they see? Hey, is this? I can't raise my leg properly. Raise the leg. Raise the leg. Yes, yes, yes. If it was on stage, I could jump. But this is not the stage. My head would hit. Thank you so much, Royal Felini, for this wonderful outfit. And thank you so much. I appreciate you. And of course, more messages, more messages, more messages. Kofi Azuma says, President John Mahama congratulates your 66 years. Okay, well, he wants to say congratulations to John Dramani Mahama on the 66th anniversary. No Bab says, Mr. Tsatsu Tsikata is the law. Yes. No Bab says very low IQ. I don't know who he's referring to. And then Kofi Azuma says, no, Bab, I see you. Kofi Azuma says, Blakk Rasta, you are speaking nothing but the real truth here. Richard Asante says, Blakk Rasta, more fire, truth and job blessings upon you. All right? Respect. TCJJ says, hot, 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 hot. Way. Macromeo 4 says, respect, Professor Blakk. Veronica Davis says, great program. Respect and love. Remember to hit on the like button, share the broadcast, and do business with us. Our numbers are rolling on the screen. What are you into? What are you selling? We are ready to do business with you. It's been the Blakk Pot Friday edition. We have spent close to 1 hour now, and it's time now to say bye-bye to you. I appreciate you. Have a happy weekend. God bless you. Blakk Rasta say, continue to love Ghana. Be more patriotic than you are right now. God bless you. Hey! Why? Why?